right. So it is Wednesday. It's about a little after 6:20. My eyes are watering big time. We have to run an errand real quick before work. So, of course, I've got the camera rolling just in case. This may or may not be included in the video. I like that skull on that car. I don't know what it is about skulls, man. I just think they're so cool. Great design. All right, let's cut through the neighborhood here. Busy little section. Look at all these cars. So I don't know, is that an International, that truck? No, that's a Chevy. Wow. My parents used to have this International wagon like that, like a delivery, looks like an old delivery truck, looked just like that Chevy truck. I don't know what they call it, like a panel wagon or something, but it was like, we called it the tank. So growing up, we always had pretty bad cars for most of my life. And that was one of them. And I don't know where my dad would get these cars at. But he bought a panel wagon like that, and then he also got into a phase of primering our old cars, and I don't know if he got a deal on the paint or what, but he had bought one of those old trucks, and then he primered the whole thing it's like it was a flat matte, not burgundy, but I guess maroon. There's a name for it. It's like a popular color for primer. He primered the whole freaking thing, and then it had these black kind of narrow tires, but they were aggressive, something you'd see on a Jeep, but obviously bigger because it was for that big old tank. And so yeah, the whole back of it was all open with wood paneling on the floors, and then the front, you felt like you were in a tank. Had a big giant gear shift coming from the floor. And It was loud, you know, just like a monster, total monster truck. And my mom at one point had to drive it, and my mom was 5 foot tall, barely, you know. She was small. And she drove that thing. She used to drive it to work. So she'd drive it from Terabella to Porterville. She worked at the hospital. So it's probably, you know, a 10 or 12 mile ride. She would drive that big old tank. She, like, you know, I can remember seeing her riding in there with her, and just this giant steering wheel. Barely could see over the dash, going through the gears. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I remember her telling me a story that, or she was probably telling my dad that somebody had followed her to work one morning. She'd go to work, you know, early when it was still dark. And so I guess they followed her into the parking lot of the hospital, and then they were following her, and she somehow made her way around the which way should we go? I guess we can go, let's go this way. I'm gonna start the timer over on the bike. See what time it is here. So it's 6:34. Let's restart this. Okay, we're at 0. Yeah, we'll go this way. So she somehow, like, you know, went around the building. It was a relatively big hospital, and came around a corner, and she ended up behind the person that had been following her. And like, I guess she talked about putting she put the clutch in and like revved up the engine really like aggressively behind the car that was following her, and just started hammering the throttle. And it was loud. It was a loud vehicle. I guess she said she scared him. She said they took off. I guess they thought she was gonna ram him with the tank. Let's go this way. We'll go around the speed bumps. So always a song, right? Always a song in my head. So this morning's song is, you know that much is true. I don't know who it is. It sounds like Tears for Fears, but I'm pretty sure it's not Tears for Fears. The one where it's like, I'm not gonna sing it. I guess I have to, so you'll recognize the song. How it got in my head, I have no clue. You know, it's like, ah ha ha ha, know that much is true. This much is true. This much is true. All right. So we are on the old Prospector. Got my screw, nail, and staple sensor on. A lot of open road out here. Maybe I should do these routes more often. Wow, you see that car? I should have stopped. About 55 degrees. Which way? So I guess if we're gonna stay on Prospect, we need to go right. Do this. So this looks just like Yorba. They got a nice new road here. Feels pretty nice. What a pleasant surprise. We have traffic. Jump the manhole cover. Ooh. This much is true. Riding on Maypops. That's what my dad used to always say. He called car tires that were bald Maypops. Probably from his car racing days. Vandenberg, that would take us to Yorba. Made a nice little bike lane for us right here. Oh, big bump. So it looks like they're street sweeping these roads. Right in the nice lane. Got some cars coming. Oh no. We're riding into the sunshine. Looks like we're gonna get a green light. Old Town Tustin. I guess they thought I was going to go across. Police. That's cool though. I mean, I'd probably do the same thing. You see somebody on an e-bike going across, going through a red light. But I had good, I could see everything pretty good. All right. So we are to Main Street. What is this? I wonder if this goes all the way through. Let's see. Probably not, but oh look. Oh, he's going this way, so it must. Little cutty. All right. My Nissan Murano broke down right here one time. had to parked it right here. All right, so we actually went the wrong way. Now that I think about it, I should have stayed on Main, but we'll cut back. We'll cut back to Main. We'll go down this street, and we'll cut back to Main and go over to Williams. It's cool though. It's something a little bit different. So this is I think is where that bike shop is. That used to be on First Street. I think it's back here. Yeah, right here. Path Bike Shop. Oh, look, and wait, this is. What's back here? And if we can get out this way, let's go back here. Wow, this is cool. Cool hidden spot to live. No outlet, it says. Outlet residence parking only. Interesting. There is an outlet. It's right here. I don't think I've ever been back here. So look at this parking structure. Oh, I guess for these houses here. Tustin Acres. Let's go back to Maine. You can smell the orange blossoms. Orange blossom special. Difficult to see here. All right, we're 17 minutes into this. Be careful right here. These cars have to pull out really, really far to be able to see. definitely are gonna have some cars, but we're gonna stay in the street. Yeah, this tunnel is, it'd be hard for people to see you in this tunnel. With the sun, and that entry point with that sun shining in there like that. Okay, I'm gonna turn onto Williams. Pretty familiar territory now. Guy was walking with a couple of coffees from 7-Eleven. Probably went and got his wife a coffee. Gonna sit down and watch the morning news together. Mud sled. All right. Got his dog in the car. I can see its silhouette. Hi, doggy. It's looking at me. Queensland Healer. Could tell by its silhouette. Let's do this. Let's do this. Whoa. Oh wow, how have I never noticed that? There's a goalpost right here. What does that even mean? What the heck? Strange. I guess it's associated with this building. No, it's not that interesting, but whatever this building is, it says creating a better place. So they've got yard line markers in their landscaping. Okay. I thought maybe so there is a theme. I thought maybe there was like some kind of glitch in the matrix here. All right. let's get some speed going again. Yeah, I got so confused the first time I rode through here. It's so simple, but I didn't know where I was going. I was just riding, and I got in here and all these little turnabouts. I was like, I had no idea how to get out. It was so simple. It was super dark. I mean, well, it wasn't really dark in here, but it was at night. Or not at night, but in the early morning, I mean. I just saw a big 3-yard loader come through here. Editor, walk sign. All right, so we are on Edinger. Guess we'll go to Red Hill. Lots of greenery. Oh yeah, I thought I could get through right here. I guess not. The last time I came through here, this place was non-operational. They're doing some renovating. Renovators. All right. So if I would have kept the path direct, yeah, I kind of took a detour in Tustin. It should be a pretty fast route. Pretty straight shot now. Nothing exciting. Well, we might as well. Jump over here with these guys. Go hit a bike lane. This route's a lot better than just taking Red Hill. Oh, look at this. Oh man, this bike lane is full of gravel every time. And this is why we've got the rock dudes. Holland Rock, bro. Nice. The video's peaking. A nice smooth ride on Armstrong. My phone's, man, I'm gonna miss this light. I can't go, I wish you could see my legs. I can't go any faster. I don't want to get stuck here. Oh, we made it. We made it. Alright, we need to... We're almost to work, but I need to check my phone. Let's see. What is this? Every second counts. Every minute counts. It's just a message from the wire EDM guy. All right, so what are we gonna do here? We're gonna go behind Walmart, I guess. We'll cut over to Von Carmen. Some barricades. Smell a dead animal. Over to Von Carmen. It's good to get out on this side, every once in a while. I think it's a nice change. Little break from Main Street and Grand. These are the times when I wish I had a fast bike. We're getting the green lights. Tracks are rough. Ugh. speed, 25. We're not gonna make this green light. Well, maybe we are, I don't know. At this point, we can't stop. Wow. Pretty amazing there. 39 minutes. So I think had I not had the minor distraction, and then plus I stopped to check my phone, which was only probably about a minute, but I think we could have done 35 minutes. It's possible. I don't know if that was a 5-minute side like distraction detour. Maybe not. I'm trying to think of where I slowed up at. Tustin, I definitely was slowed up at. Hill bomb. All right, well, that's it. We're here. We got another 8 to 10 hours before we get to do it again. Alrighty. Thank you for watching my video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Catch you on the ride home.